The GAO report paints a troubling picture of the plane's readiness, saying that inadequate training, lack of spare parts and support equipment, and a heavy reliance on contractors mean all three services that deploy the jet, the Air Force, Marines, and Navy, project they will be able to fly the F-35. Now, here's the troubling part. Less often than originally hoped. So they're doing fewer hours to save money. That's bad for readiness.
And fuel. Yeah, I mean, what good is it? The A-10 came into service in 72, by the way.
72 against the Red Horde.
Oof.
According to the assessment, the F-35 fleet's overall availability has trended downward considerably over the past 5 years, and none of the variants are meeting availability goals. The percentage of time the aircraft can perform one of its task missions. The F-35 fleet is not meeting most of its performance goals, according to the assessment. As of December, so here's our readiness, right? As of December, all three services that use the jet were falling well short of their performance goals. Just 52% of the Air Force's F-35As were considered partially mission capable.
Wow.
Partially mission capable.
Yeah.
It sounds like to me they're dedicating resources to different things. That's what that tells me. I don't.
Or they're cannibalizing like a fiend.
Yeah, they're prioritizing other things,
right?
They're prioritizing other things.
The Air Force,
and they don't want to pay contractors.
It could be, and they did say one of the big cost overruns was letting Lockheed figure out their cost stuff without the government's intervention. Yeah. So that's one of the things they're going to change, or that's one of the things that Congress is going to talk about, which maybe changes before 2088. I don't know.
You know, Marty, remember the story we did 2 years ago? I think it was 2 years. The F-35's ejection seat. And who made it?
Yeah, because they were grounded because of that.
Yeah,
right?
It was Chinese made.
That's
man.
right.
The Chinese made.
God, that's crazy. That was 2 years. That was when we first started this. Yeah, that's right.
That long?
Yeah.
Man.
We're still
that was one of the first stories we did. Yeah, Eric did it.
Yeah.
Okay, so 52% of the Air Force's F-35s were considered partially mission capable, short of a goal of 80%. For the Navy, that number was 62% compared to a goal of 75%.
Wow.
Pentagon officials told auditors that significant F-35 program cost reductions will only come from flying the aircraft less or reducing the number of aircraft in the fleet. That's what the Pentagon comes up to go, hey, we're going to lower the costs. We're just fly them less.
We'll just have less of them.
Man.
Who the hell is that guy they put up there?
You know it would cut the cost of manning. Have less manning.
Right. That was somebody's Monday morning excuse.
Oh!
And they're like, this is all we have? Is fly less and don't produce enough planes? It's like that's all I could come up with over the weekend. So.
Don't use as much fuel.
Oh, don't. Yeah.
No supersonic.
Brilliant.
Yep.
No.
Kevin's really onto something here.
Put estrogen in their tires.
Promote now.
The Pentagon's progress to improve readiness will be probed this week. It's supposed to be today, I think, by a House Armed Services Committee. The Pentagon's program office in March 2023, when confronted with an overall readiness rate of 54%. That was the overall readiness rate of the F-35.
That's crazy.
They convened a war on readiness to increase the overall rate by 10% by last month. A year later, they're like, can you get it to 10%? And they're like, no, we got it to 58. That was it.
Not without declaring a war on it.
We need a lot more money. So
we export the 35, right? Like different
variants. Yeah, I was just
what
about
if all
to
the
get to
other
that.
countries are like 90%? They're like, what the fuck is wrong with these guys?
Well, listen, here, let me read this and then we'll go. The Pentagon last month declared the F-35 ready for full rate production, a largely symbolic decision because Lockheed's already making it, which is 8 or 9 years after the projected date. So remember all the criticism that Sibbers got? Because Eric Sibbers used to have this tagline of online in 99.
99.
and it actually came online in 2001. Well, the F-35 is like 8 years late.
It's late.
It's not so bad. Simmer's pretty good.
It's not bad.
The U.S. now has on contract 881 of its planned 2,456 planes.
Wow.
So it's still got 1,600 more planes to build.
At a cost of 1.5 trillion.
Not to mention all the exports we have, right?
Oof.
And what you were saying, Teapot. I didn't get
Are
the
we
numbers on
really
the exports,
exporting
so.
those?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
There's a bunch
yeah.
of countries
Yeah.
signed up for these things.
Really?
Because
Wow.
it's supposed to, I think they build it as the F-16 replacement. And, we
Yes.
ship the F-16 everywhere.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
everywhere, right? And they want
That's the
F-35.
AK-47 of the air.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Damn, that's a good analogy.
Yeah, it really is.